Alright guys, so I have another video. And this one is about the proxy vote that was just posted on the SEC website for AMC. A couple of days ago I did a conversion here and just, playing the math, the percentage ownership of AMC if you own a certain amount of shares, right? And this is just me playing around with the number that I knew in my head on, like approximately of how many was out there of AMC and how many was issued through APEs and all that stuff, right? And I got pretty close to the number, the actual number. I will show you the actual number in a minute. So I got slightly off about 2 million shares that is being issued here or being stayed. I was way off on this one because I forgot to account for the already existent one, right? Now, any other concept, it's still the same, right? Now, the percentage ownership might be different with the actual number, but you can kind of get the idea. Here, I'm just trying to show you that your percentage ownership goes down in each stage of the way, right? Before you have 5.8%, right? After APE, you have 4.5%. After the conversion and the reverse stock split, which is in the proxy today, you will have even lesser than that, right? Now, that's not fully diluted. If he has the ability to fully dilute the whole float, you would only end up with 1.5. Actually, with the new number now, you'll be less than 1.5% with the amount of shares that you have, right? Unless you add more. This is assuming that you bought 30 million shares before everything and you never add anything, right? Okay, just keep that in mind. All right, so this is what's in the proxy, right? So I'm gonna show you where I got it from here. So again, you go to the Edgar system here, and then you just type in AMC, and then this will pop up in the first thing that you could see here. It's a proxy statement for a special meeting of shareholder to be held in March 14th. All right, so I'm gonna go back here because I got it highlighted already. So within that, I just want to remind people that Montera Capital actually have 17.8% of APE issued, of AMC issued and outstanding shares of common stock and APE. So that means they own a whole bunch of this company. And it's very easy why they did that deal. Okay, and remember, they got this at the price at lower than $1, right? So they're already 4 or 5 times their money already. So sweet deal if you ask me. But anyway, so the conversion is 1-to-1, obviously, right? This is before, but after that the math is the same. It's converting 1 APE into 1 AMC and then do the reverse stock split, right, on all of the shares outstanding, right? Now, they noted here that as if this date, which is 2 weeks from now, right? The share is going to be up to this float right here. So I got 400 million shares wrong, right? It was more than that. It's actually 550 million shares of common stock outstanding. Okay, now they might have added a couple float here, increase the float. I think it was stated in the first statement, so go ahead and look for yourself, but just know that the end result is going to be like this, right? This is after the split, after the conversion and everything. And this is the actual amount. Remember, I got it's a bit off, about 2 million shares off, right? But that is the actual number right there, right? And yeah, so that's all I have for today. Oh, and also too, remember when I said that the fractional share is going to help them even more because those fractional share will add up into their actual share. But since even, if they sold stock that they have not purchased yet, they will be able to get this through this conversion based on the cash amount, right? They just pay off cash. They don't even have to buy the share back. Who do you think he's going to sell these chunk of shares to, right? Think about how easily he sold this much shares to Antara Capital. Okay, so yeah, so that before the split and conversion, 200 million shares, but after that they would only have 25 million shares of this float right here. 25 million shares, you guys. So if you do that math right there, 25 over this, that's where they got that 17%. Yeah. This is why it's so bad, you guys. And this is why I don't know how anybody support the CEO. Even Bigums. I know people are in deep in this, but please understand that he has unlimited amount of shares here to dilute you, to sell to hedge fund, to sell to I'm sure Credit Suisse, Goldman Sachs. They could kill this at any time they want. And the reason why Adam Aron got the deal, I think, this is my opinion, to push the debt out from those banks is because he said, hey, I could convince these people to buy your shares back. I know you've been so short this thing for decades, for years and years, but guess what? Instead of you having to buy back those shares, I'm going to have retail do it for me. Just give me another year, and I'll prove to you. And then if I prove to you that I could convince retail to do this, give me another year, but before I go retire. See? And I think this is the backdoor dealing that I'm talking about. It's that the CEO is not for shareholder. All right? So I just hope people realize this. I know it might run for a couple days and then they'll smack it back down as quickly as possible because they don't want their liability to go up. Remember the shares sold not yet purchased? They don't want that to go up to screw up their balance sheets. Okay? Alright guys, that's all I have. Good luck to ya. Okay.